What's up, everybody? Hey, family. This is another episode of the Dream Again podcast. Before we get back into the episode, I want to take this time to thank our sponsor, Kairos Media. This episode is brought to you by and produced by Kairos Media. If you're looking to launch a podcast, level up your social media, or build a website that actually works for your brand, Kairos Media has you covered. They specialize in podcast production, social media management, web design, and photography, making sure your content isn't just seen, but that it stands out. I know firsthand how important high quality content is, and Kairos Media helps creators and businesses bring their visions to life. Whether you're starting from scratch or need to revamp your online presence, they'll give you the strategy and tools to grow. So if you're ready to take your brand to the next level, reach out to Kairos Media today at admin@kairosmediasa.com. Kairos Media, your moment is now. It's your girl Tay, and we have some special guests here with us. Eden's Don is here, and I'm gonna tell you a little bit about him right now. Prepare to be captivated by Eden's Don, the dynamic married duo redefining the musical landscape with their unique blend of heartfelt melodies and thought-provoking lyrics. Hailing from the vibrant streets of Washington, D.C., Jaccie Joyner, and from San Antonio, Texas, Alexus Hodges bring together their diverse backgrounds to create an innovative sound that resonates deeply with fans. Drawing inspiration from the soulful essence of 90s hip-hop and R&B, Eden's Don crafts songs that go beyond mere entertainment. Their lyrics are a rich tapestry of sentiment, emotion, and spirituality, offering listeners a glimpse into their real-life love story. Each track serves as an invitation to explore the depths of their marriage, making every note a shared experience. Y'all, welcome to the show, Eden's Don. That's where we add the laugh track.
That's a nice
How
line.
y'all doing? Good.
Oh, fantastic. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm excited to have y'all. Thank y'all for coming.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, yeah.
This is nice.
Yes, this space, it feels so relaxing.
We came in out. This is nice. Dream again.
I appreciate it. We wanted to make sure we had a good vibe for y'all.
Tell me about it.
Yeah, y'all are my first in studio guest. I'm like, make it special for y'all. Yeah, but let's just get into it first. I just want to talk to y'all about y'all's story. How did y'all meet? How did we get here? I know that's a lot to unpack, but wherever y'all want to start.
Okay. So I was in cosmetology school and I was making up hours and I was looking for my mannequin. Like, where's my mannequin? And I seen him walk in and I was like, oh my God, what am I looking at? And I'll never forget how we locked eyes and instantly I fell in love. I fell in love. He fell in love. We both felt it. Fast forward, I'm pregnant within a month and we decide we just gonna be together forever.
I love it.
True Cinderella story.
Yeah.
Disney story, all that. And the music part was a whole accident. I was writing a song. I was just playing with some music and he heard the beat and he was like, I like that. Send that to me. I just want to write something to it.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. So I let him hear what I wrote. And he was like, let's go to the studio. Let's record it. And I was like, okay. I was just writing because I was like, it's a hobby for me, really. And we recorded it and we got the track back and I listened to it and I remember playing it over and over and over. And I was like, oh, wow. Like we made a song. Like we put our love into a song. Like I wrote how I felt about him.
Yeah.
And he wrote how he felt about me, and we put it on a song. That was like a shocking moment for me.
Yeah.
He had did music, you know, previous before me, but I never took it serious.
Yeah.
And so when I heard what we could do together, it changed the way I thought.
Yeah.
And from there, he pushed me. He pushed me to my fullest potential.
Wow.
And he was like, yeah, babe, we got something. We need to do with it. Like, I need you to understand that we have something and we need to do something right. So here we are, 7 years later.
Wow. What was that first song called?
Never Next Love.
Never Next Love. Okay. I love that. Can we listen to it or is it not out?
We could put it. It's not on the album.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I know it's not
We
on.
need to release that one.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. One of these days, just let me know. Need to get it. I love that. That's amazing. So, Jaccie, tell me, you walked into that cosmetology school and you saw Lexi there. And what happened for you?
I saw her face.
Wow.
Yeah, it was pretty instant. I was on.
Mhm.
I was just visiting
Mhm.
my mother. She's half black, half Japanese,
Mhm.
so she don't know how to do our hair. That's why I was in the cosmetology school in the first place. I was taking her to the North Star Mall here in San Antonio. If
Mhm.
you've ever been to the movie theater, it's like
Yeah.
if you're facing it, and then right to the right, that's where the old cosmetology school is.
Mm.
So I was taking her just on a date to the movies, and walked in, saw her, and here we are, 7 years later.
The rest is history. Oh my goodness.
Yes, man.
That's so beautiful. I love a good love story. I live for it. I love. It is that's amazing. So, y'all's name is Eden's Dawn. How did that name come about?
Well, that's from. It's named after the Garden of Eden, the original husband and wife.
Mm-hmm.
So, trying to unpack that and navigate around what is that? What did the original wife look like?
Mm-hmm.
And they were isolated. It was just there was no distractions, no clubs, no social media.
Mm-hmm.
He literally had eyes for her because vice versa, and they had to make it work because what other options did they have?
Yeah.
So just taking it back to we got to make it work. There's no other option. We're here in the garden. We have everything we need. There's some forbidden things we ain't supposed to do, but that's up to us to navigate around that right thing. So Eden's dawn, the dawn just from the dawn of the day.
Yeah.
It's a new beginning. So
That's amazing.
therefore,
Yeah. So, world now we have so many distractions where there is so much outside noise. What do you say to married couples who are trying to better their relationship or just trying to thrive in our society today?
I would say I'll go first on this one. Be all in.
Mm-hmm.
In my unprofessional opinion, I'm no Dr. Phil or nothing like that, but I think when you're all in on anything, you were able to do this, you and your husband, because y'all were all in on this.
Yeah.
You know, LeBron's LeBron because then he out what 4. He was all in on basketball.
Yeah.
College wasn't even an option for him. He didn't even think about it. It didn't cross his mind to be a doctor or anything. He was all in. So I think marriages work the same way business works, the same way anything works. Just be all in, and that'll get you through the hard times of it.
Yeah, for sure. What about you, Lex?
I would say you have to be all in, like he was saying, because you're gonna give all that effort to something.
Yeah.
You'd give it to a job, and a job, your boss doesn't care about you.
Mm-hmm.
You give it all to emotions with everybody's problems. You give your energy to something, and you deal and tolerate things all the time.
Yeah.
So somebody who is with you saying, no matter what, we're gonna fight demons together. We're gonna raise kids. We're gonna go. I know the hardship, but I'm gonna stay here, and we're gonna build. when you have somebody that says, okay, let's do life, makes these vows with you, and they're showing up, all you got to do is show up because we're strong. I would not be the woman that I am today if I did not have a partner like this man. 360 took place. And I'm so grateful for the leadership that I have in him to follow those guys since he followed the Most High. I know that I could submit. It's okay to submit because we're not supposed to do it all by ourselves. That's not the way. And submit doesn't mean that he has power over you and he runs you. It just means I trust you. And I know that whatever decision you make, even if I don't understand it, you're doing it because you truly believe that's what's best for this family. And men, they submit to their women as well. They go to them for counsel. Hey, babe, what do you think about this? And there's time when you get to give your opinion and he's going to listen to that counsel and be like, okay, babe. So don't take advantage of somebody who loves you no matter. Because love should be conditional. But a lot of times in marriage, love is unconditional. You're saying, I'm doing this no matter what. Don't take advantage of it. Cherish it because it's not something that you can come across. Just so easy.
We were talking about that a little bit earlier about people who have been together and it seems like they don't like each other. And the both of you, y'all do everything together, right? Y'all do fitness, music, all of those things. How has that helped you in your marriage, and how do you kind of balance? Yes, we're life partners, we're married, but we're also business partners and working together. How do y'all balance?
I don't.
Yeah.
I balance it by not balancing it at all. Because when you balance the weight thing, I don't balance, I prioritize. So I'm not trying to balance between my marriage and business. It's my marriage and then business.
Right.
I never have to wonder where the bulk of my energy go. Music and marriage, it's never about. It's Most High first, my marriage, then music and business, they coincide. We have our own financial marketing firm, and that funds our. So that's why I say like a record deal or anything like that, because we're
right.
We're in finance, and if you Google the most millionaires, they come from. So that's what we're in that music. So the music and business coincide, but my family, this is first. No balance at all. That's how I balance it.
I love that. What about you, Lex?
I'm gonna be with him no matter what. And so I'm excited when we can do things together because we're not growing apart. Because a lot of times it's just that you're growing apart. When you do things apart, then you begin to grow apart. So the more we grow together and we do things together, we're growing together. And it's a little harder especially when we sign up. Okay, we're in business together. All right. So it looks like we just we're in it to the end. Okay, we working out. We want this for the long run. Okay, well, it looks like we're just going to keep showing up and doing this together every day. Okay, we have these children. All right, we said we're going to raise them. We got to do this together. So the more we do together, the more that we grow, and the growth, the fruits of our labor from working together is so worth it. Versus when I do things by myself, I'm tired, I'm a little more frustrated. When we do things together, sometimes he has to do 90% of the work of the marriage and I only got 10%. Or sometimes I got to do 60% because all he got is 40. But that's okay because we're able to do it and balance it together so it can always work. So I just like that we do things together because it makes us continue to have to work in marriage, which is being one. And then we're both in the same with the goals that we set for ourselves.
Me and Eddie, one thing that helped us with communication going into business together, we had to learn, okay, this is how I can get through to you, where I'm coming from, and how I can understand where you're coming from. And those types of conversations, we had to have them in business. But what we learned from those conversations and that communication has, it's gone into our marriage too. So on an everyday basis, we understand, okay, this is what he needs, this is what she needs, because we're doing, like you said, it's not, oh, I'm going to put down that you're my husband and now you're my business partner. No, you're my husband all of the time. So how can I still honor you? How can we honor each other and still be able to communicate? Yeah.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Yeah, I love that. Let's get into the music.
Talk about it.
Okay. Chapter 1 is out. Tell us about the album, how it came about, all of that good stuff. Where can we find it?
Oh, so you can find the album on all streaming platforms. It's on. The album, how it came about, he's better.
So he is not. So
I just do the songs, but he's the one. He's the brain behind everything.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted it to reflect who we are in real life.
Yeah.
We are a marriage based on faith.
Mm-hmm.
So that's first and foremost. And second, after that, we are a marriage.
Mm-hmm.
And what does that look like? So Eat Is Dawn, chapter 1, I wanted it to look like you were reading the Bible. So Eat Is chapter 1, verse 1 through 14.
Yes.
It's 14 tracks.
Yeah.
Every track is like a verse.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just playing off of something that very near and dear and important is word.
Yeah.
So not that we're the word, but that was just, that was the plan. It's on chapter 1, and chapter 2 should be done in the next 2.5 months. So that's another shameless plug there.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how the album came about. And then the tracks are just look at them like verses from track 1 all the way to 14.
Mm-hmm.
It's just our story. If you're just reading the book of Eat Is Dawn, this is what it would sound like. Mm-hmm. It's an audio book like that.
An audio book.
Yeah, audio book. I like that.
It's an audio book. I love the thought that you guys put into your music, because so many people were talking about this before, but so many people, they just put out singles and they just throw it all together and call it an album. But what y'all have created, like you said, it's an audio book. It's a full project. It's not just, okay, that beat was nice and we said something on it, that was it, and we're gonna give it to you. I love the thought that has gone into it. So how did you, I guess, how did you put it? I know you put it together as it's verses 1 through 14, right? And I love that. But how did you kind of make sure that it was still y'all, even though that it's spiritually inspired?
Well, so let me answer that and I want to comment on something you just said.
Yes.
When you said people just put out singles, that's what they tell you to do.
Yeah.
If you go to any conference, they tell you just put singles out. No one cares about albums.
Yeah.
People have a short. Now they push you to do the club record, the radio record. Because we're not depending on labels, you have full creative control. And if I have full creative control, why would I be controlled? Why would I allow that?
Yeah.
So I told her, we're going to put out the project because we have something to say. Notice we don't have any, I wouldn't say we have any club records on there. I mean, I guess you could play a few, but that wasn't the intent. I made it, but we made it free. No restrictions. We're able just to be ourselves. So now it's not a Christian album or nothing like that at all. But because faith is a part of our life, it's in the music as well. Yeah. Because we love each other, that's in the music as well. We dress a certain way. Our health, we celebrate Shabbat. That's in there. So I didn't want to put it in a box and make it a faith-based album, but my faith is in the album. Our faith is in there. So,
because it's y'all.
It's us 100%. It's no lying, no capping in there. Everything's 100%. If you know it's in real life, You listen to the album like, oh, that's who they are.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. Look, I listened to that. I already told you my favorite is What You Gonna Do With It. I love it.
She didn't like that when that first brought it to her. It took it. So right when I had the record, I wrote it. Anytime we take the lead, the person that comes up with the idea, they'll probably do like 70% of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other 30% will just come from an add-on. So I had already had the blueprint there.
Yeah.
She wasn't feeling it. And I loved it. I said, are you kidding? What? This is hard. What are you talking about? But it took her forever to do a part. So I'm just going to pivot. And so what I'll do typically, I'll write a song to entirety.
Yeah.
And I'll leave room for her to add on to it. But if she doesn't do it, I already got the song already written. I'll just do it by myself if I really feel that strongly about it.
Yeah.
So that song was almost going to be just me. But
Really?
yes, almost.
Yeah, brought it to me one last year. Are you sure you don't hear nothing? I was like, fine, I'll just write something. So I wrote something in like 7-10 minutes. I was like, what? Does this sound okay?
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, that'll work. And then we heard the song back and I was like, oh, this is kind of fire.
It is fire.
Because this was just
Yeah.
yeah. But it's where our mindset was. So even though it was for me, because that's where we were in our life, that was the way we were thinking at that time. That's what came out of me. And the song still came together. So,
yes,
So I'm glad you like it.
Yes, I did. Thank you. Thank you for putting it on the album for me.
And everyone always says, I love what you're going to do with it. And he always looks at me and says, I told you.
Awesome. So that's that was the next thing, was what was your writing process and creative process with the album? So what song did y'all write first? And how long did it take y'all to produce it and make it? And what was your favorite? That was 3 questions. Goodness. Wow. How long did it take you to make the album?
That album was like a year in the making, and it could have came out sooner, but life was lifing.
Yeah.
So you figuring out that part. Remember I told you earlier, I don't balance nothing. So if marriage needs to be worked on, family, or if I'm lacking in my faith or my walk, everything stops, and I got to deal with that first.
Yeah.
So the album didn't come out as soon. It took that as long as it did because life was life, and that takes priority every time.
Yeah.
I'll never, ever prioritize anything over. I keep the main thing the main thing.
Yeah, you got to.
So the first song I wrote for that album, was it?
Yeah, what you going to do?
What you going to do? No, I think Summertime.
Summertime Fine.
Summertime
Fine
was the first one. It was the second.
So Summertime Fine, he actually wrote that song when we was only together a week. And he was like, hey, you've inspired me to get back in the studio and want to write. Wow. So he wrote Summertime Fine, and I didn't even understand the song at the time. I was like, oh, this is cute. Because I was listening to low vibration music.
Yeah.
So I didn't even understand how he pieced that together. And what he was telling me, this is how I feel about you. So 6 years go by and he says, hey, I think you.
I didn't put out, it's old. The song's 7 years old.
He was like, I really believe that this record needs you on it and complete. And after writing more, because as you start doing things, you get better at them. I was like, okay, I have the ear for what I need to put on it. And I love how it came out. I'm like, this man, he do know what you do.
Come through, know what you're talking about. I love it. Well, Lexi inspired you to get back into music?
Yes. I started when I was a kid. And my boy, shout out to Style Young Gus. We had the dreams. We were like 14. Just kids dreaming. And then I got a break. He went away. And welcome home. He did 22 years. 22 years. But he was gone. But what you gonna do? Just quit because it's just you now. So I kept going and was wound up being an opening act for Little Kim.
Mm.
I was a kid though, but I did that, and it just came by accident. But because I didn't do it on purpose, I didn't know how to pursue music. So I didn't know how to recreate that moment and get back into it.
Yeah.
So I just stopped. And I was outside. I just stopped doing music.
And just was
And
outside.
I was outside getting to it. And then met her, and I don't know, I just picked up the pen again. Just wanted to write. That's I don't diary, I don't go to therapy. Music is that for me.
Music is your therapy.
Yeah, I had a mute. I had to deal with that.
Come on, Muse. I see you. I love it. I love it. And then 1997. What's the significance of that date?
She was born.
Yeah, I was born 1997. And I actually brought that song to the table. That was gonna be my song. And he was like, no, I'm gonna be
crazy. That thing hard. She bought it. We got a music video for that too.
Really?
Yeah, we got you D Wayne over there, the visuals did it. He's doing the next video we're doing as well. But in 1997 was a throwback to the 90s.
Yeah.
But that was her. That was all her. And I was like, you crazy. I'm about to get on there. I'm about to do 2 verses on there.
Two, not just one. But
you got me messed up. You got me messed up.
He's like, I don't think it.
That's it. Kind of
like
cute, but this is
fire.
It's one of them things. Ain't nobody else doing it. So.
Yeah. Oh, I love the sound. I love y'all sound. Like it's such a vibe, but like you said, it is therapeutic listening to the album. I put it on, let it play, and I was like, you know what? I like this. I like being mad.
You know what? I'm glad you like that, because we live in an era now where everyone's toxic. They throw that word around a lot. And a lot of people live unfulfilled lives. They don't like the person they're with. They don't like the job they go to. They don't like the clothes they wear. They don't like the body they have when they're naked, look in the mirror. They don't like their face.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like their kids. Ooh, people are just hey.
But
Isn't F them kids a thing? Like, that's a thing. That's a hashtag, right?
It is.
So it's people, don't. People live unfulfilled lives, and that's what's popular. That's what's on the radio. That's what's everywhere. So for me, I don't agree. I praise the Most High. Praise y'all for being able to be in that space. When I make music, it won't even come out right if I start talking about these hoes. It won't even sound right coming out of my mouth.
Right.
It won't even sound right talking about how much and how toxic. Nah, man, you asked my favorite song. Well, not my favorite song. The song that meant the most, because we have our solos on the album. So Done Deal was.
Yeah.
And I didn't even know people were gonna like it, and I didn't care.
Yeah.
That's just how I wrote it to her and for her, and that's just me again, just throwing feelings on there. And when I perform it, it resonates so much with people. That's just me being real.
Yeah. Done Deal is fire to the whole album, really. Because I could be like, you know what? Actually, Done Deal is my favorite. You know what? Actually, 1997 is my favorite. But then there's Summertime Fine. Lexi, what's your favorite song on the album?
Real quick, it wasn't my favorite song. It was one that meant a lot to me.
That meant a lot.
Yes. It was one that meant a lot to me because of it all comes from a space of honesty. That was just that was me.
Yeah.
On my knee talking like, hey, this is, so that's what meant the most.
Yeah, that meant the most. So what's your favorite song then?
Maybe 5-Star Dinner, maybe.
It ain't maybe. That is his favorite.
5-Star Dinner. Okay. Track 2. Yeah. What's a song that meant a lot to you, Lexi, and then your favorite song?
Okay, a song that meant a lot to me. I was in a really bad space, man.
Yeah.
Just with negative, because I had these dreams, and I feel like I'm working so hard and nothing is happening, and so But it was a Sabbath, and my husband was talking to some of our close friends, and I was just listening. And I went off into the garage by myself, and I was like, okay, God, I need something. I need some type of, and I put on this beat that I heard, and I just 2 feet, toe. I got 2 hands, 10. I got 20, all that. And from there, I just felt the Holy Spirit enter my body, working. And saying, it's going to be all right. It's just a part of your journey. You just need to trust. You just need to say thank you for all the lessons around your garden. You just need a light. And I realized, in a storm, the wind blows, the thunder, the lightning, everything's happening out of place. When the sun comes out, a storm still allows the garden. And so that was just me weathering the storm. So that song means to me because that was God showing me, I'm here. I hear you. Okay. So stay focused. But my favorite song on the album is All or Nothing. I mean, it just do something. I mean, that one, it just gives stadium status.
Yes.
Like, I pictured the moment, the big moment that we are going to have and coming out to, like that one right there is just like,
that's the one.
That's the one. I practice all the time. How I'm going to perform. I'm like, I know the moves I'm going to do, who I'm going to look at, point at, because this is the one. So that's my favorite.
I love that. So throughout this journey that y'all have been on, with creating this album, what are some of the lessons that you learned along the way, that you want listeners to get from?
Stay consistent and have big faith. And I know on a Christian, they tell us, you just have to face the size of mustard. It does not say the size. It says the faith of a mustard. Mustard seed is small, but it grows to be one of the biggest trees. Messiah would always say, that won't go wrong. Ye of little faith. Ye of faith. Ye of little. He kept emphasizing when your faith is that small, it's not enough. So be consistent. I told you I was a year in the making. It took a while. I told you sometime I was 7 years old. I had to be patient. And I put it out prematurely because it was incomplete without running it. Just consistency, patience, and be true. Don't feel the pressure of the industry. And or what people say to make a certain kind of music. I used to do that. But make music that you're proud of, because you ain't guaranteed to have a number one hit anyway. Because it's not guaranteed, at least you're proud of what you made, win or lose. And you can,
Maybe because it makes me.
Okay, it's all right. This is a safe place, but I feel you. So y'all talked a lot about putting the album out independently, right? That takes patience, that takes work, that takes dedication. What do you say to the artist who feels like they need that record deal and that's when they know that they've made it?
some of them do. Some of them do need a record deal because being independent is exactly like being an entrepreneur in business. And it ain't for everybody. When you have a job, it's safe. When you get a record deal, safe. What I mean by safe is that I don't know, Target, Walmart, wherever. That person that clocks in, the second they clock in, they're on the clock, paid by the hour. No matter, and people come to Walmart that day or 1,000, it doesn't matter. They could be hiding off on their phone, and they're going to get paid no matter what because they're at a job, and it's safe. You don't got no skin in the game. And some people need that because if you hop out here and want to open up your own business, now you got overhead to worry about.
Yeah.
You got employees to worry about. If now you do got to matter if 1,000 people walk into your business, or if 10, because if only 10 people walk in, your business will fail.
Mm-hmm.
So a record deal is similar. Some people need that record deal because they don't promote themselves.
Yeah.
They don't want to do that. There's a lot of laziness in it. They don't want to market themselves. They don't want to finance it as well.
Yeah.
A record deal, they'll give you a chunk of money to make it happen. But when you're independent, it's all on you. Because we're into finance, that's our actual real life business. With PHP, it stands for People Helping.
Mm-hmm.
And we're under Hector Del Toro,
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Conquistador himself, him and his sister. And they showed us how to be business owners.
Mm-hmm.
So we do that full time. That's what we do. And now I don't need a record deal. I didn't want one anyway.
Yeah.
I was willing to take it if it came with the right number, but now cool.
Yeah.
I'm cool. Now they $44 million. Got my attention, but it got to be right.
Yeah.
I can never lose creative control,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm never going to conform.
Yep.
And that scares a lot of labels. That makes them not even want you if you can't be controlled. So, but some artists do need it. Some artists need it. They're not going to wake up in the morning on their own. They're not going to hold themselves accountable.
Yeah.
They're not going to fund it. They're not going to do anything. They just got talent and a look. So they might need that. So I won't tell them to go independent because they won't make it.
Right.
But if you have a dream, you have a vision, you stand 10 toes down on your morals and your integrity, who you are, and you're willing to take a year to put out a song, let alone an album, you got that patience.
Yeah.
Then grind it out because it's just worth the reward later.
Yeah. Yeah. And I like that you said that because some people, they think they just put out the music and it stops there. But it takes the marketing aspect, it takes promotion, it takes all of these things. So you can't just put your music on SoundCloud and expect to blow up, right? It takes work behind the scenes, behind the scenes. You're not just making the music, you're also, you are your own label. You have to do all of those, right? So it's a business. It's a business. But let's talk about y'all's finance business, what y'all do and how you help other people to have financial freedom. So what we do is we do life insurance and
Retirement,
retirement, how to grow your money and it being tax free.
annuities, URL.
But I gotta take my glass off for this one. Yes, here we go. Listen, people, listen. Okay, you got an obligation to the community. Mm-hmm. There are resources out here for us, and there are a lot of important things that we for wealth in the long run. And we're in a time where it can happen fast. When I say fast, I don't mean overnight, but I mean with consistency, you can truly see the fruits of your labor within a couple of years. And I've got my hand on something that's big. I didn't realize how important that it was. With life insurance, people don't understand when someone dies, it costs a lot of money. Yes. And a lot of times we see our people selling plates, doing GoFundMe, and a family can't even grieve properly because they have to put a picture of their child or their family member out on Facebook or on Instagram or on a website and beg for money. Yeah. Somebody help me. While their family member is just sitting there waiting for the funds to be collected. So you're dealing with debt and then you can't even grieve properly. And then your mental, that's a whole nother toll that it takes. So what happens? The wealthiest person in the family pays for, what happens with the family? Now there's division. Because why didn't you put something in place so that you could take care of this individual? And so a lot of things
that happen is just because we're not aware of them.
Yep.
I've become aware of something that is serious in our community. And it's not just about talking about dying, but there's also benefits for you while living as well, where you can pay for your child to go to college. You don't have to work this 9 to 5 for years trying to pay your child's tuition. There's a way that you could start right now for as low as $150 a month. We spend $150. Come on now.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And it's just ways for your money to grow and for you to have financial stability. And I just want our people to know about the sources that we have and also become an entrepreneur, because it's time for us to begin to work for ourselves, because we can. We're already doing it for somebody else. We're giving everybody else all of our efforts. Imagine if you shift that energy into yourself. Just imagine. We show up to work, rather retired. We don't feel good. Our car's broken down. We're going to figure out how to get to work. We're going to show up to a job knowing that we're going to give it our all, and our first check ain't even going to be a full check, but still show up. We know if we're trying to move up in position, we're fighting against 30 other employees. So we're going to put forth all this effort, all this work for a maybe. Imagine if you gave that to yourself. Some people can't imagine it, but just imagine if you did that for yourself. The person that owns these businesses, they know because they did it for themselves.
And you're building their dream, going to their job.
That part.
So this has truly been life-changing for me.
Yeah.
It's changed my thought process and the way I look at things. Like, I feel like I've been unplugged from Matrix for real. Literally. Every day I'm getting unplugged. Every single day.
So if anyone needs assistance, college funds, retirement, and if life insurance, please get it. Because you're going to pass, someone's going to pass away, and there's money there for you that doesn't cost much at all. You'll be fine afterwards. So Eden's Don, you could DM us, get with our team over at PHP, and we'll get you going.
Yeah, y'all tap into these resources, okay? Tap in. Let this be your sign to just start the process. If you don't know how to start a business and you have an idea, figure out what it takes to start. Even if you just are Google, how do I get my L? Whatever it is, take the first step and build that momentum, right? Because a year ago, I got laid off from my job, corporate job, HR. I was doing really good, loved the job, or thought I did, and was the top performer, all of that good stuff. Got laid off out of the blue. Like Wednesday, had a meeting with my manager. She said, "Oh, you're great. Everything's amazing. All of this stuff." Thursday morning, I have a call with the HR manager, and she's saying, "Well, we're having to lay off this amount of people, and your name came up." And it's like I'm putting in all of this energy, all of this effort into, this business, somebody else's dream, and they can just take it away from me just out the blue, just because this or because of that, right? So let this be your sign to start. You might not be able to leave the job right now today, but make the plan so that you're able to become free and live the life that you want to live on your term, right?
Yeah.
So y'all talk about in one of the songs that y'all like Cookie and Lucius building this empire, right? And I love that vibe. On this journey that y'all are on, what is the legacy that y'all want to leave?
I want my children to see that I broke generational. That somebody said, okay, somebody has to do. I want my children to see Mom got up every day and she gave it all she had, whether her love to her mothering to us, the way she was with her friends, the work that she put into her music or into working out. I just want my children to see I did it all. I didn't make any excuses. And I want my melanated people to see, our people to see that you can love a king, that you can be feminine, that you can be led, that you can submit, that you could change lives just by changing your life. It's not always about a conversation. People are waiting for something to fall in their lap. But sometimes you just need to see something. You just need to see somebody who is just like you figure it out. So I just want people to see I figured it out. I didn't do it by myself. I had to keep the Most High first. Yeah. And the healthier you get, the more unhealthy people they do move around. You got to be ready. It's going to get lonely, but your journey is not for everybody to understand. But don't miss the mark. Don't miss a blessing that's for you because it's not presenting itself to you the way that you trust, and just become the best version of yourself, because as you become the best version of yourself, that means you're going to keep growing because you'll never be satisfied because you're going to always be facing the best version of yourself. That looks like, so you're going to just keep giving everything your best. So I guess I would say.
Well, for me, I would like them to say he never compromised. He stood on what he stood on, and no one can blow him off. Never compromise. You compromise where you can, but where you can't, don't.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. So I'm sure along y'all's journey this last 7 years that there might have been naysayers of not understanding, necessarily what it is that y'all are building. What would you tell to the person who is trying to jump out and do it, but the people around they don't understand it and they're going the next step to criticize what it is that they're doing?
Hold on to that sense of delusion. Hold on to that sense of crazy. Everything is impossible until it's not. I was there. They told how many people was teasing Noah.
Yeah.
He was building the ark, and his neighbors came, look at this guy building. It had never rained before. And this guy's building a boat for what? He looked crazy until the rain came. And now they beat on the doors. They can't get in. Or for the listeners who aren't into Bible or anything, look at the Wright brothers.
Yeah.
When they, not invented flight, but came up with the plane. Them guys say, you know what? Y'all get in this tube. It's going to go into the air. It's going to go across the water, and you're going to land in other spots safe. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
It had to be crazy, but they held on to that and said, I think we can do this. I want to talk to somebody. We're in San Antonio, Texas. I want to talk to someone in Jamaica right now, from right here.
Yeah.
Someone came up with a phone. That sounds crazy.
Yeah.
To be able to speak to someone that's hundreds of thousands of miles away.
Yeah.
So the people that don't believe you can do something, as long as you believe you can, go for it. And you got to have the courage to be disliked. That was a book we were just reading. That was our book of the month last month. Our company, we read books every month. And our book of the month was you have to have the courage to be disliked. You got to be okay with everyone saying that relationship not going to work. You shouldn't talk to him. He don't make enough money. Or you shouldn't talk to her. She da-da-da-da. Or I want to do your business. Go get you a job. Get your head out the clouds. What's the odds of you making it?
Yeah.
You got to have the courage to not be liked and just do you. Hold on to that delusion, because that's a spirit. It came from somewhere, that thought.
So yeah, because it's so easy to say, okay, I have this dream, I have this idea, I have this goal, and when things go wrong or when hardships come, then you want to let it go.
You want to quit. They were just
at
the conference we just came from. They pulled me to the side and they was like, I hope you don't quit, because at the trajectory that you guys are on,
Mm-hmm.
You know, $1 million is right there. But a lot of people, it's going to get harder. A lot of people quit. I let them know I ain't never quit nothing a day in my life.
Love that.
Nothing. So you're looking at whatever y'all looking for. You're looking at. Man, we're gonna get to this. So yes, but you got that. That's that strength you got to have, because people are going to tell you to quit. It's going to be people that love you that's going to tell you quit.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be with him. You shouldn't be with her. It's going to be family and friends. But if we listen to them, we wouldn't be here today.
Yeah. That's so powerful. You have anything like?
I would say just stay consistent.
Yeah.
You have to be okay with knowing, right, I'm going to do this for a long time, and I'm probably not going to see anything from it, but something is going to happen.
Yeah.
When I was on my fitness journey, I knew I'm going to eat this way for a couple of months, and I'm going to do these workouts, and I'm going to be sore as hell for a while.
Yeah.
But I know it's going to pay off.
Mm-hmm.
And so I had to get up every day. I had to go into that gym, keep a routine, and I had to just trust, okay, this is going to work. So you just have to know it's going to work. A tree doesn't grow overnight. A tree is one of the biggest plants. And it grows silently. And it takes a long time, but it'll give you shade.
Yeah.
So I stole that from him.
I love it.
I was like, dang, that sounds good. Like,
I'm over here like, yes, a tree.
I gotta give him his flower.
You know what? We're one. So whatever I said, you said, so we good.
Right. Y'all are.
But you got to be okay with doing things knowing you're not going to get a result. You know, average person go to work, they get paid every 2 weeks. But you ain't going to get paid for 2 weeks, but you're still going to work for 2 weeks.
Yep.
You know, you're going to go in the gym, you're not going to see results the day you leave. Any muscle I have right now, I didn't do this in the last 8 hours. These muscles are 2 months old. It's from work I did before that I'm just now starting to see results in. It's going to take some time.
Yeah.
But just be patient. It's never too late until it's too late. But until it's too late, it's not. So just keep going.
Just keep going.
And everything is what it is. Because if it was something else, then it would be that.
Yeah.
So
I love that. I love y'all. I love you too. And I want to thank y'all again for coming. But where can everybody find y'all? What do y'all have coming up? Let us know.
Oh, okay. Coming up, Flames Renewal Fashion Show with BRC, Breathe and Rise Collective, March 30th. You want to be in the building. So make sure that you follow BRC, Breathe and Rise Collective on social media, on Instagram. Follow Eden's Dawn, EDEN_DAWN. You can also find our personal page on our collaborated page as well. But catch us March 30th at the BRC Black the Renewal Fashion Show. We hope to see y'all there. It is going to be a night to remember. If you ain't in the building, it's sad that you just going to have to look at the recap through a reel.
Okay.
And Eden's Dawn Chapter 2 is on the way soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just cooking the bird slow. I don't want to burn it. So it's coming.
Yeah, you gotta cook it. So that's amazing. I'm trying to think. Oh, we do our win every week.
Okay.
Y'all give us a win. A win from recently, the past couple weeks.
We just left Houston, Texas in the Woodlands at a conference for the high earners that you have to qualify for to even get there. And we was, I don't want to say dinner, but the council, the higher ups recognize us for all of our work, the numbers we're putting up on the board. And that was a win for us because I didn't even know.
Yeah.
I didn't even know, when they put us aside and the time that we were given, but that don't need us. You might know millionaires, but how many of them will teach you how to be one too?
Yeah.
So for us to get that one-on-one, shout out to Hector Del Toro. Thank you so much. Don and Wilkins out there, and we're like a lot. I know I'm leaving them out. George, everybody, they just poured into us personally, not just at a conference with thousands. Like, okay, we're done with the speech. Now let's go off to Top Golf. We want to talk to y'all.
That's amazing.
That part, So that was a win. And we came back to our office now, and I was talking to the people under us about what we're going to do and a different game plan. I can't wait to share my business. I'm going to go do it right when I leave here.
Yeah.
Let them know.
Yeah, that's been one of our, I'm like, dang, we leveled up. We're leveling up together. So I'm like, we ain't plateaued. The ball is rolling. So I'm excited because I see what we're doing together. I see how we're growing together. I'm seeing how adversity comes, but we're so aligned, and we decided, hey, we're going to do this. We're in this until the end. So we're just going to be in this until the end. And I'm just excited for what's to come. I feel it. I feel the explosion coming. So I'm just excited that we've leveled up.
Being here, the dream begins a win. Well,
That's my win.
We right here. We right here. Yes, ma'am.
Came by to see me, talk to me. Look, I'm a very socially awkward person, so
I can't tell.
Hey, I know once I get to know you, I'm fine. But it's the introduction and the, hey, I'm Taylor and I do this. I'm not good at that. I'm working on it every day.
Oh, I can help you with that. That is my expertise.
Oh, yes.
Yes. So we can shake that right on now.
Okay. We're gonna do that.
Yes.
I have to have you come back on and we'll have an episode.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Invite us back anytime.
Yeah. I've enjoyed myself so much.
I enjoyed y'all. This has been amazing. I'm excited for what's next. I'm excited to be connected to y'all. And we just going higher.
Yeah.
All right.
We leveling up. So everybody, thank you so much for taking the time to talk with us today, for watching the episode. Make sure that you connect with Eden's Dawn and leave a comment. What did you get out of this interview, out of this talk? But connect with me. I'll see you later. Till next time. Bye. Hey, family. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and watch the next one and leave a comment. I want to hear from you what your thoughts were on this episode. Make sure that you share it with somebody that you love. Don't forget to shine your light because the world needs it.